Hi, everybody. This is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion, host the Hut. And of course, this is the Baseball Hut, and I'm losing my voice. I don't know why. Guess this kind of, whatever. But this was not a great game tonight because, quite frankly, Major League Baseball always tends to screw up these things with their rules that they're making up on the fly, and it always seems that the Mets are always the ones that come out on the short end of it. This play at the plate was one of the more confusing things I've seen. If you're getting rules during spring training from Major League Baseball that you cannot put your foot on the plate because that's considered blocking the plate, but then the second month of the season, we have a controversial call to end the game, and the runner, it doesn't matter which runner it is thrown out at the plate. Well, he's blocking the plate. He's got his foot on the plate. And it was so convoluted what Major League Baseball did tonight. Complete total ridiculousness beyond belief. But that is not a surprise. Anything that is, if there's going to be a call that goes against the Mets, I knew when that play happened, they're not going to turn it over because they're not going to do anything to help the Mets in any way, shape, manner, or form. Then that's not going to do that. They're not going to do it, especially when they're doing it in Manhattan. Because they hate Steve Cohen, they hate this organization, and quite frankly, they hate us. And this is ridiculous, quite frankly. And it's not me crying about it. It's just a fact. We know the Steve Cohen tax. We know all the nonsense that the Major League Baseball don't care for our success. They don't want us to be successful. And this was a game just when it's in their hands, they'll turn it against us every time. And they've been doing that for 35 years. Anyway, and Mendoza was right when he came out after they made the call final. That was bullshit. And I love that they had that on the air. But let's go through a couple of things with this game. And another thing I would mention, Pete Alonso, can you stop sliding head first? Holy shit. Stop doing that. You're going to hurt yourself. I know you're a big guy. You're bigger than most players in the majors. When it comes to that catcher and he steps on you, going to get hurt. And that's got to stop. Now, I would mention that they went up against Shota Amanaga, the big lefty with the Cubs. He's good. And there's no shame in getting shut down by him over 7 innings. And he's 6-0 in his first 6 starts in the major leagues. He has been great. And he doesn't fall behind the count. He throws strikes. He's got nasty stuff. He knows how to pitch. So over 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, and he struck out 7. His ERA is 0.78. Wow. And of course, Jose Butto started the game, lost the game, gave up a run in 6 innings, gave up 2 walks, which was good to see because he's been walking a lot of batters. His ERA is down to 2.57. He's pitched really well. And hopefully the Mets will keep him in this rotation once Kodai Senga comes back. And we'll see what happens with Tyler McGill, what their plans with him, because he's doing his rehab right now. But Butto should not be booted out of the Mets rotation by any shape of the imagination. Now, a couple of things. This offense is pretty pathetic. I will say this. I thought that ball by J.D. Martinez in the 9th inning was going out. And it just sort of died, But when Crow Armstrong went back on that ball, I was like, he's going to catch it. But then like I said, I thought that ball had a chance to go out. And that would have been a great ending for the game. But this offense has to do a little bit more than it's doing. The Mets' starting pitching has been fairly decent, except for a couple of bumps in the road. The bullpen has been great. And there's no complaints here, aside from this offense. Okay? The Mets will go as far as they can with their pitching, but they got to get some hits here, And I know the Cubs are a little bit better than the Cardinals were, and the Mets lost 2 out of 3 to the Cardinals this past weekend. Now tomorrow they play a day game. We'll see how that goes. But I will say this game, to be honest with you, this thing with the 9th inning, again, to finish up. You cannot have rules in your rule book and then you change them and you make kind of adjustments to it. It should have been what they should have said is we couldn't tell whether or not he was out because he got there when the ball hit him, when he was tagged. So it just said it was a tie. You said it was a tie, then you could have said, well, that's it. You stand on the field. They didn't do that. But if the rule says not to put your foot on the plate, that's considered blocking the plate, then you stick to that. But that's Major League Baseball. They don't know what the hell they're doing from Manhattan. They really don't. The same, I will mention this, the same bad umpires that we've been dealing with are in New York City. So for the last 20 years, we have the same bad umpires that are doing these calls on the field. Hey, let's give them a promotion. Great. That's great. What's going to happen with Angel Hernandez? They're going to put him in the office. And this, complete total stupidity. That's the kind of half-assed way of doing things, Major League Baseball. Well, anyway, thank you for watching this video. We'll have some other stuff coming up. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. We'll get them again tomorrow, and I'll see you later.